What the heck? Why is I'm eating, are you kidding me? What the heck? It says that my mic is muted. I have the mic muted? Did you hear me eat? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. The mic muted button is literally blinking on my microphone. No! No! The mic muted button is literally on. No, that's disgusting! Bro! I cannot trust my own mic muted button anymore. That's crazy. Hello? Okay, if it was only a little, I guess that's okay, but I'm probably cutting that bit out when the stream is over. Oh, that's horrible. I was eating a salad. Okay, anyway. You just heard a cup slam? Okay, thank God. This mic already picks up like so much mouth noises. I hate it. I gotta get a new mic at some point. I am not the kind of person that likes the eating ASMR. It squeeges me out, if that's even a word. It just creeps me out. But speaking of things that chew, here's a cow. Dude. This mic must be broken then. Why is the... Okay, now the mute's working? What the heck? Okay, whatever. Hi everybody. Hi everybody, welcome in. I'm streaming on a different day than usual and earlier than usual because I've been dog sitting for someone this week. So the schedule is a little different, but next week should be back to normal. I'm not happy with how the cow's eyes are looking, so I'll probably be adjusting that a bit. Cranberry says you don't necessarily need a new mic. Some filters and OBS can help mitigate that stuff. Oh, hey, I like that. I'll have to look into that, thank you. All right. Yeah, like I can hear cats chewing on food and think that's adorable, but if I hear humans eating, no, that's not ASMR. To me, I really like listening to soap cutting videos, and I like listening to this lady who makes jelly cakes. I don't even really like Jell-O that much. I don't really care for it, but this lady that makes these Jell-O cakes, her videos, the way she edits them, it's so satisfying to watch. It's very nice. Maybe you guys know what I'm talking about. You know the lady that makes the jelly cakes on YouTube Shorts? Anyway, work mode activated. Let's get to work on this cow. So what should I do next? I'm thinking her horns are not looking good. They need some work. But also thinking about these claws. Might work on the claws. Let's do horns. Let's do horns. Yeah, villager noise. I sounded like the villager. It's really just a Squidward noise. Don't you know? Okay, I'll have to freeze this one, freeze this one, this one, freeze this one, and freeze this one. Any other things I should freeze that I should know about? I mean, I guess I could freeze the nostril. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I heard Tumblr went back on that change, which is good to know. Okay, so how should I start this? I'll probably... I'm probably gonna start... Bullying corporations works. Yep. That is not the right color. There we go. I'm gonna start by doing some shadows on this. I was on Tumblr when people were freaking out about the change, though I didn't quite understand what the change was, but from how much people were freaking out about it, it seems like it was a good idea that they reneged on it. It was something about reblogs being counted a different way, right? Like counting the reblogs from a specific blog instead of all reblogs total, right? Was that it? Which is just bizarre. Like, that's very unnecessary. So I can see why people wanted that changed back. The whole point of the notes is to see everybody who's engaged with that post, right? Maybe someone in the chat could explain it a little better than I could. That's all I was able to glean from it, because I was too tired to want to dig into it when it was happening. I was like, oh, I can't even bother with this. You guys deal with it. I just want to see some memes on my Tumblr feed. Sometimes when you paint corners, the brush goes and paints the other side of that corner, and it's a little bit annoying. You have to like get at a specific angle. Ah, see? It's doing that again. Ivana says the reblog with comment would be separated from the original post, so all likes and notifications would go to that reblog instead of the original post. Yeah, that is stupid. That is stupid. Yep, okay. I can see why people were freaking out. That doesn't make sense. That's not the function of Tumblr. Yeah, I don't know who thought that was a good idea. Like, what is what's even the point of that? How does that, like, how is that even beneficial to anyone at all? Like, I know that certain changes get maligned, but usually there's at least some kind of reason why you can see why they made that change. But for this, it's like, huh? 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 Hello, Sibby. Welcome back. Hello, Enchanted Babyfly. Welcome back as well. You got out of your exam early? Sweet. Hopefully Tumblr will stay around for a good while longer. As much of a hell site as it is. Ah, Mr. 10 Years in the Joint is back to grace us with his presence. And he says, you know what? You know what I'm looking for. I'm not gonna repeat it. Unless you want me to say it. He wants that dancing link gif, okay? So, you know what? Hold on, where... I have to go back to, Streamlabs. At this point, I just gotta find the GIF and download it. Yeah, I heard about that, about them cutting off the speech at the Oscars. That is so disrespectful. Like, crazy disrespectful. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Wow. Jeez, dude, you're crazy. Thank you so much. This guy's crazy. This guy is crazy. Thank you so much for the donation. I was just gonna show it to you anyways, but thank you. This is going directly to helping pay for the voice acting, so thank you very much. Let me go ahead and get that GIF hot and ready for you. Where's my alert box? Where's my alert box? Hold on, I gotta get the dancing GIF for you. I'm gonna test a Streamlabs donation. Guys, this next donation is fake. Just to let you know, it's just so I can show Mr. 10 Years his beautiful dancing link GIF once again. Kevin, our fake donator, is back again. Well, Kevin, you know what's hilarious? Kevin does not even donate as much as Mr. 10 Years in the Joint. So even the fake donation is not as good as the real one. How cool is that? Thank you again, Mr. 10 years in the joint, for your wonderful donation. I really appreciate it. Yeah, like Kaya said, absolute mad lad. Thank you, thank you. Wow. Well, that brightened my day. Thank you very much. Very generous of you. Speaking of voice acting, I got a few more people cast this week. You will find out who those are pretty soon. You feel blessed. Oh, good, good. Dancing Link is a blessing, straight up. Great. Yeah, he is the goat of the stream for sure. What time is it for my time zone? 1:52 p.m. My job is making this video game, so my schedule is I'm streaming in the middle of the day. But yeah, like I said earlier, I'm dog sitting this week. That's why the stream is a little different than usual, because I can't stream in the evenings because that's when I gotta go feed the pupper his dinner. So pupper dinner takes priority. Was that really cringe and millennial of me to say pupper? I'm sorry to all the Gen Alpha in the audience. Do I even count as a millennial? Does 98 count as a millennial year to be born? I think I'm technically Gen Z. At least I'm not saying 6'7". 96 is the cutoff? Okay, cool. I'm not old yet. Millennials? Old. Old people. How long will I be here? Probably about 2.5 to 3 hours. That's usually my amount of tolerance for how much I can stream without getting tired. Oscar, there's nothing wrong with you being a millennial because you're a cool millennial. Zoomer! Yeah, it's just really disrespectful. I don't know if it was because K-Pop Demon Hunters is an animated movie, and therefore they just didn't think it deserves to have a time for people to actually talk. But it's so, or maybe there's more to it than that, you know? But it's so disrespectful, man. I don't necessarily think K-Pop Demon Hunters deserves to win the Oscar. I like it. It's a great movie, but it sort of fits into that. It sort of is that vein of it feels like it was voted for just because it's popular and the Oscar voters knew their kids liked it, so they voted for it. It's the same reason why Disney movies kept winning for years on end. Not to say that Disney movies weren't deserving of them, but you know what I mean, where they had this sort of monopoly over the animated portion of the Oscars just because it's what the voters' kids know and the kids liked it, so it's gotta be the best one, right? Yeah. Though, maybe I'm talking out of my butt. Hold on. What were the other movies that were nominated? Let me check. what were the nominees? Hold on. Why is this hard to find? Hold on. Okay. Arco, Elio, K-pop Demon Hunters, Little Amelie, and Zootopia 2. Okay, maybe I am talking. Okay, I have not seen Arco, and I have not seen Little Amelie. So, maybe K-pop actually did deserve to win. I don't know. I haven't seen Zootopia 2 either. I haven't seen Elio. That's funny. Okay, K-pop is actually the only one on this list I've actually seen. Maybe it did deserve to win. I don't know. I haven't seen the other movies. I liked K-pop Demon Hunters. I guess I just didn't really think of it as like the kind of movie that would win an Oscar, but I don't know. Maybe it really was the best one on that list. It's a good movie. Again, it's not like the other Oscar winners of that category, like Pinocchio or Beauty and the Beast. Tai Chi Cat asks, could do commissions by chance? Kind of. Just if you like reach out to me on like Instagram, Twitter, Discord, and let me know what you're looking for, I could like let you know if I'm doing that kind of commission right now. Like, it just kind of depends on my time, on the time that I've got, and it depends on what commission you've got, if I have the time to do it. So if you want to reach out to me and see if I'm able to do a commission that you're looking for, just let me know, and then I'll get back to you and be like, yeah, I can do that, or no, I can't do that right now, I don't have the time. So yeah, just reach out in DMs. Did you ever finish the Knights of Guinevere model? No. I got a little bit tired of it. The thing is, I like doing fan art, but I always get this feeling at the back of my mind when I do fan art. Every time I do fan art, I always get this feeling at the back of my mind. Sorry, one sec. I always get this feeling at the back of my mind, like, I should be working on my own game stuff right now, or else I'm wasting time, you know? So, I don't know if I'll finish it. I had fun, you know, doing it while I did, but I always get this feeling, I need to work on my own stuff or else I'm wasting time, which is tough, but it's also kind of true. I really need to finish this game. So, I'm putting all my work time, as much as I can, into it when I'm not doing contract stuff, so that I can, the contract stuff which I'm doing, so I can fund this game. A bunch of the contract work I'm doing is gonna go to pay for voice acting. Ivana asks, speaking of movies, if you give more and more Academy, if your game was adapted to a movie, who would direct it? I have no idea. I'm not that familiar with directors, to be honest. Like, sure, I know some directors, but I'm not so much of a movie buff that I'd be like, oh, I think this director would be perfect for my vision, you know? Like, maybe Henry Selick. That's the one that first comes to mind, but I don't know. I just don't know. I haven't thought about it. The thing is, like, I just have so much to do to finish this game. I can't give myself time to just do fan art. I just gotta work on the game. It's not like it's really I'm like overly stressed, or, I mean, I am overly stressed, but that's for a different reason. Not to do with fan art, but there's a lot for me to get done, and I really want to make this something that people enjoy. I don't want people to regret donating, you know? So I'm gonna try my hardest to get it done in a reasonable length of time, so I'm working on it every day. But I'm not killing myself with work. You know, I am taking breaks at night before I go to bed. I am spending time with friends and eating hopefully enough. But that's more out of my own laziness to make my own food than anything else. But yeah, I'm not like unhealthy about it. I just, whenever I can, I'm always working on the game. Oh, I forgot to say what music we're listening to. We are currently listening to Nintendo music to heal you from brain rot. I don't think Pixar or Toy Story would be a good fit for my game at all. They just don't do anything new anymore or fresh. My story is not like groundbreaking or anything, but I can't really see with how safe Pixar and Disney are these days that they'd be able to do some of the things that are going to be in this game, which are more T-rated, I'd say. But Henry Selick, Laika, they might do the things that I'm doing in my game. Laika would be a great fit, but it would also take a billion years to make because it's all stop motion. But that's the beauty of it, isn't it? Quality over quantity. I'm trying my best to balance that out for this game. Sure, I would like everything to be beautiful and have all these little details in it, which I'm trying to do, but I also have to pace myself and be like, hey, listen, I can't put 100% effort into every single little detail of this or it will never be finished, because this is already a pretty big game. It's the biggest game I've ever done. I'm also trying to be careful when it comes to having actual gameplay, because I am such a story game type of creator that I'm writing a lot of script. I was writing even more script this week, but I have to make sure that there's gameplay to balance that too. And I love gameplay too. It's just when I design games, I keep going story first, so I want to make sure that I'm making something that justifies itself as a video game. So I'm trying my best to have some really fun puzzles in there and a few dialogue choices to change the ending. Hopefully. We'll see if we'll be able to have the multiple endings thing, but anyway. Yeah. Cranberry says, I will say as one of your backers while I'm hyped for Nora, please take your time. I want to see your full vision come to life. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. But what's funny is that it's not even just the backers that I'm trying to, get things done for. It's also the fact that I need income. I want to get this done hopefully before I need to pay people, I want to pay people. I want to give people the wages they deserve, right? So I have to... I'm kind of in this weird in-between of wanting and needing to, of course, take time to finish it properly, but also needing it to come out soon enough where I can have enough of an income stream to make a living from it, and potentially have my own place. Would be cool. So that's the back and forth. It's a balancing act. And ultimately I need to be able to survive. So that's the balancing act of life, That's just how it be. So I'm working at the best pace I can while still being healthy. And that's the best way to go about it, I'd say. And I finally have been going to the gym this year. My New Year's resolution is actually sticking. Woohoo! Actually had arm day today. That was nice. It's been necessary too because my neck and back have been killing me from all this computer stuff. So you gotta take care of your body. It's important for everyone, every job you're doing, even if it's a sedentary job like mine is. Because there's been some times where I just could not work on texturing because my back was so aching. It wasn't like, you know, horrible pain, but it was so uncomfortable. It was just like uncomfortable, you know. That's my message today. Work out. It's good for you. Even if you don't have access to a gym, there's still a lot of things you can do at home or running around your neighborhood that can really help you out. Stretching especially is really good. These past few years I've been really bad about gym stuff, but my sister actually really encouraged me to give it a go again, and it's been sticking. Yahoo! I don't want osteoporosis, okay? Short women like of my body type are usually like the first to get osteoporosis, right? So I gotta battle that so that I don't get it when I'm 70. Sure, I'm only lifting like 10 pounds now, but gotta build that muscle. I'll be lifting 12 pounds next year. No, but I actually have started to see a difference in my muscle mass, and it's really exciting. Woohoo! Right now I'm mostly going for strength training, especially because of my asthma. Strength training does not trigger my asthma. But I'm also trying to at least gradually prep myself more with running. And I'm gaining weight, which is a good thing because it's muscle weight. And I've weighed like 95 pounds for the past, 20 years? No, I was not weighing 100 pounds at 6 years old, but yeah, it's been a long time. I've been 95. So I think I finally am over 100 now because of muscle mass weight. Woohoo! I refuse to get osteoporosis. I refuse, simply. Oscar says, this week's exercise achievement, I carried 30 pounds of groceries 1.5 miles uphill from the supermarket to my house. Hey, that's sick. Nice work. calisthenics about using your own weight to build strength. Huh. I'll have to look into that. I would like to report to you all another game recommendation, by the way. This week, I played this game called Esoteric Ebb. And it is a Disco Elysium-like. As funny as that is to say. It's a single-player CRPG inspired by the freedom of tabletop adventures. Unravel a political conspiracy with your goblin sidekick. Roll dice and tense encounters. Become a cleric of legends, or completely ruin the campaign. No, I am not sponsored. I just really enjoyed this game, and I recommend it. If you liked Disco Elysium, or Baldur's Gate 3, or like Dragon Age, or, you know, other CRPG type stuff, you'll probably really enjoy this one. Unfortunately, it does not have voice acting yet, like Disco Elysium does, but I think there's rumors that they're working on that if this is a successful game. And it also has an extremely small team on this. I think it's like 1 or 2 people. So, apparently it was also like 8 years in the making. I recommend it quite a bit. It was very good. It was very good. And it's only $24. So, yeah. It is also very funny and charming, yes. Though maybe I would recommend playing Disco Elysium first, because it really does take a lot of systems right from Disco Elysium. And, of course, D&D. But it's not the Forgotten Coast setting. It's his own setting with a lot of kind of D&D tropes to it. But the setting itself is very interesting, and you learn a lot about it through playing the game. So yeah, that's my recommendation. Tailored says, I'm curious, do you watch Invincible? I love Invincible. It's one of my favorite adult TV shows, adult animated shows. I have not watched the new season yet. I've been busy dog sitting, but and doing art and drawings. But I did read the comic already, so I think I know what's going to happen in season 4, but I have heard there's some changes to the comic to spice it up a little, make it so. I mean, I was going to watch it anyway, because I really enjoyed the show. That's how I got into the comic, but admittedly, one of the arcs coming up is one of my least favorite parts of the comic. Specifically of a really, really, really stupid decision that Mark makes in the comics that pissed me off. So I'm curious how the show is going to handle it. But yeah, I am looking forward to the new Invincible season. Should be good. It's always been pretty good. I have some critiques, but I really enjoy Invincible. It's good. Good TV. Okay, I know on here I had this angle go up, but I'm kind of thinking it might be better if it's down. Like this. Oh, but that doesn't... this instead of this. This doesn't look as natural. I don't know. Think, Mark, think. You don't understand, Mark. We can be bees. You'll live for 30 years. Let's be bees. If you haven't seen that edit yet, please look it up. Just look up Mark, we can be bees. Mark, I made a steak. A steak? Hello? Think, McFly, think. Mark, I made a steak. A steak? Wait, you think the concept art version looks better? Yeah, but if the scales were but if the scales were like this, then if he digs in, the dirt will stick under the scales. But if the shadow of the scales is this way, then the dirt won't get stuck under when he's digging with it. Mark, you can be a bee. You'll live like a pet. You'll live for 30 years. There was a character I was writing in Noirmore who said the line, "This is good news," and immediately I just thought of that edit as I was writing the script. We can be bees. This is good news. I really want to show the clip on stream, but I don't want to get copyrighted. Or spoil anything for people who haven't watched the show, so. I mean, it's not really a spoiler, but it could be if you know more context. Anyway, whatever. No, wait, yes, I have to do it like this, because then it flows into the lines of this. Yeah, yeah! Oh, but this line goes like, ah, man. How am I gonna do this one? I need to keep this shape here for sure. I've spent so much time just on these horns, but you know, it's worth it. They're the centerpiece. I just keep thinking about Invincible edits.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Threw a bag into space. This is hard. Aw, man, this is hard. Let's see here. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Well, that's too damn bad. That is a goated movie, by the way. Everybody here needs to watch Holes as homework. Okay? Go to your garden, dig a hole, and just watch it. Watch Holes. Okay? Oh yeah. Yeah, his best movie for sure. Oh yeah. Why is this cow so hard to paint? Become easier to paint, cow. I order you. This is so annoying. The inward angle here is making the edge hard to paint. It's gonna be tough getting it to be a clean edge. Alright. Now you become yellow. Okay. Now, this horn is yellow. Hooray! There we go. Can't forget about the stripes. Be painted, Cal. Your creator goddess demands it. Phew! Excuse me. Okay. Should I do every stripe yellow? I guess so. Oh my goodness, all the bless yous in the chat. I feel so blessed. Thank you. Shout out once again, by the way, to the goat, Mr. 10 Years in the Joint, who donated $100. I'm still thinking about that. That's crazy. This is the second time he's done that, by the way. Do the animals have the spell slot logic the Psyquine have? It really depends on the animal. Most animals don't really have, like, spells. The resonetics in the same way Psyquine do. But they do use resonetics, but in more of a communication type of capacity. There aren't really many creatures that can, like, use levitation or stuff like that. Like, the Diamol, they don't really use resonetics, except the reverberation of crystals within a cave in order to find specific minerals. They'll do, like... You know that... I learned this in a science museum, but I don't remember the exact definite word for it. When oil drillers are looking for oil deposits in the ground, they use a specific kind of, I think, sound system. I think they do it in the water too, in the ocean. There's some kind of specific sound system they do that detects what density stuff is. They are able to tell where there's pockets of oil or other stuff using reverberations to detect stuff in the earth and in the ocean. So that's what I imagine these Diamols do, is they use that kind of reverberations throughout the cave, throughout the dirt and the rocks, in order to find the density of rock that they eat, and then they go for it and dig for it. Something like that. Yes, Psyquine eat meat. They are omnivores. There's a theory that intelligent life to the capacity of humans kind of have to be omnivores to get to that level. I don't know if that's true, but it makes sense. We need that protein for our brains. Not to say that it's, like, impossible to be vegan or vegetarian or something, because vegans and vegetarians get their protein sources from elsewhere, but when it comes to, like, a primitive society, you kind of have to get it from meat to get the amount of fat we need in our brains to think good. We gotta have fat in our brains to think good. Ground penetrating sonar? Yes, I think that's what I was thinking of. And again, I'm not not to say it's also impossible to have, like, a vegan type of intelligent alien species, but that's just what I'm writing. The most intelligent creatures in the world are usually predators. Because you need more thinking space in order to strategize about catching prey, I think is the idea. Well, that's what I heard, though maybe I'm wrong on that, because now that I'm thinking about what are the most intelligent animals in the world, dolphins are predators. But parrots are not. But they do eat nuts filled with protein, right? They eat a lot of nuts. Ivana says, doesn't feel awkward for them to eat meat of creatures similar to them? No. That just doesn't... What do you mean by similar to them? Because I wouldn't say the diamols are similar to them. They wouldn't interpret a creature having horns and hooves to be similar to them in the same way we would, because a lot of creatures in this world have horns and hooves. It's just kind of a default, considered to be a default, not like a unique trait to the Psyquine. You know? They're not... No, it does not count as cannibalism. No way. That's like, it's like saying, oh, pigs have hearts that are like a human heart. They are similar hearts. In fact, so similar to the point that parts of pig hearts have been used in human heart transplants. Therefore, is eating pig cannibalism? No. Well, you know, some people don't want to eat pig, and that's fine. That's up to them. But even they, I think, would not consider that to be cannibalism. Yeah, exactly. Miss Nunatak is pretty far removed from Averna, and Koshchar is pretty far removed from a Diamol. They just don't consider themselves to be the same species. I think there's too much yellow. Oh my god, I didn't even... My concept art doesn't have the stripes there. No wonder. No wonder I'm feeling like that. This doesn't work. Having the stripes on here doesn't work. It's just too much. So I'm going to remove these. No, I'm just getting rid of the yellow entirely. The focus needs to be on the horns, not the forehead. But there is still sparkles on it, yeah. The glistening of the minerals. And what's funny is, maybe you could consider the closest relative of the Psyquine unicorns to be the horse creatures, but the horse creatures are literally living stones. You can't eat them. I mean, maybe you could eat a little bit of the minerals on them, I guess, if you filed them down, but they're not raised for livestock. They're raised for riding. They are not considered the same species as Psyquine at all, because they're made of rocks. I got a rock. Do you think that would be if Psyquine had a sort of Halloween? Do you think they would be happy if they got a rock? So maybe it's a good rock, maybe it's an edible rock that they like to eat. Maybe it's a salt lick, and the kids love salt licks. I got a rock! Woohoo! Yippee-ki-yay! I got a rock today. I need to make some buffalo Psyquine. They probably look really cool. And fluffy. Yippee-ki-yay! I got some good rocks today. skull for Christmas is just like socks. Yeah. Question. Sorry, this question was earlier, but I didn't see it. Is it possible to at least somewhat communicate with animals via magic radio waves? Yeah, totally. That's usually how Coach Terrera gives commands to some of her pets. I mean, that's not to say there is not verbal commands, because there are, but sometimes it's more useful to just talk with them telepathically. Telepathically. Are the people from Metalskog Yaksaikwein? I think that's... Hold on, I had a specific species in mind for them that was more Norwegian. It was like a specific Norwegian species of yak/buffalo. Hold on. Let me look at my notes, my world building notes. Musk ox. They are based on musk oxes. Let me pull up a picture. Here we go. Musk ox. Look at how fluffy and cool they are. Ivana says, you probably heard this question already, but they're Psyquine similar to Minotaur or Satyr? I mean, yeah. The Muskox people are pretty much that. Minotaurs. And then the Goat Psyquine are pretty much Satyrs, so yeah. Already in the game. Unless you think they have to have, like, straight up, like, ox head. In which case, no. They have more humanish heads. But I'd say Lydia is basically just a gray satyr. You can draw my characters as cameos. Feel free. Oscar says, I had this fantasy where a spacefaring cyclone visited Earth during ancient times and started myths of fallen satyrs and minotaurs to ancient Greeks. It's funny you say that. I have a couple of fun ideas for ancient lore stuff. Not that specific one, but I'm not going to say anything else. Alright then, keep your secrets. Guys, I'm having a great time working on this game, but I've been getting so many ideas for the next game with Bonnie, the archaeology, like Uncharted-like game. I can't wait to work on that one too, once this one's over. I'm getting so much fun ideas for an archaeology game. Hee hee hee. Maybe I should do streams earlier more often. I'm not nearly as tired as I am when I do them later. I'm actually talking and engaging and having more fun. But then most people are at work when I'm streaming this early, so, you know, trade-offs. I was reworking Jarmaine to be a bit more sea slug-like, among other things. Just having them be straight up jelly people just is a little boring, so I'm working on implementing different stuff. But I'm getting ideas. Ah, here's something. Did I already tell you guys this? One of my ideas for the Bonnie Jameth game is that because it's an Uncharted-like, obviously you've got to have enemies. And usually in those old like Tomb Raider and Uncharted games, if you're fighting enemies that are from the past, they're usually some kind of zombie, right? Like, especially in the first Uncharted, which basically had a horror segment at the end with the zombies. So, if we take snail people and mix that with zombies, what do we get? These guys, obviously. The snail parasites that are disgusting. These are, like, truly vile little parasite things that grow inside the snail. And, like, you can see them pulsating in their eye stalks. It's awful. Think about how awesome and horrible that would be. Cranky knows the answer. Cranky knows the answer. Yes, of course. Of course. You know where I'm going with this. I knew you would understand. Imagine the horrible, like, Jarmaine snail people, zombies with pulsating, like, limbs and eyes that have these awful things in them. Ugh. It'll be horrible, but amazing. So, yeah. That's my idea for the main threat that you're shooting with your slime powers. I'm almost thinking it would almost be like a mix of Splatoon and Uncharted. Splacharted. Okay. I made a Pinterest board. I don't know if I want to show you this yet because it might be spoilery. Hold on. Let me double check it before I show it to you. Okay, no, this Pinterest board is okay to show you guys. But I'm not showing you the notes. I'll just show you my idea board. This is my idea board for the Bonnie game. Do you understand my vision? Do you see the vision? Her arms would be like this. And you're like throwing gel around and doing fun things with her jelly arms. Fun, cool powers with her jelly arms. And there's like swimming sections because you can turn into a mermaid. Because the jelly people can like turn to mermaids because they're amphibious. Anyway, this right here, this is the gold. This is the good stuff. And I'm thinking the water form would be something like this. I don't know for sure if I want her water eyes to literally be her like eye stalks that come out like a snail. I don't know that for sure because it might lose some of her expression when you don't see her eyes. And maybe it's a little too weird, I don't know. But I'm working on it. And I just love how this picture turned out, especially her cute little adventurer outfit. The little snail hat. Needless to say, I'm looking forward to this one. This one's gonna be fun. And it's gonna be a lot more gameplay focused, which I'm excited. I'm excited to do. Since it's more of an action platformer, I'm excited to build platformer levels. I love platformers, Charlie. I love platformers. But this one is in the far future. This might be like 2 years from now. But it's fun to have those ideas in your back pocket, you know. Anyway. Back to what we were doing. It's also gonna be nice to work with color again. Not gonna lie. As nice as it is to do stuff black and white, because it is straight up easier to paint stuff black and white, straight up, because you don't have to worry about how colors are mixing with each other. I do miss colors. I do miss colors. So that Bonnie Jammoth game, that's gonna be real colorful. Right now we are listening to Video Game Music Desert by... I love how all of these playlists that now have to advertise, they have 0 AI in them. Ah, what a world we live in, I tell you. I sound like my mom. What a world we live in, I tell you. Cranky, I know you're listening. I know you're gonna be excited to make creatures for that next game, right? I'm already imagining some big beasties you have to fight. Giant crocodiles. Crocodiles. Like the stuff you were working on a while back. Oh, I have ideas I want to share about that game, but I have to calm down. I have to finish this game. I have to finish Noirmar. That's the nice thing about me, though. Thankfully, I am pretty good at keeping focused on one big project at a time. Like, sure, I have ideas for the Bonnie game, but I'm keeping focused on Nora more. Yay! So what do y'all think? about the Bonnie game. No, this is... No, I need to do this. Is my chat dead? Hello? McFly, hello? Oh, my tab might be crashed. Hold on. Dude, is my internet dead? What's going on? What's going on? Dude, I'm so excited for that new Digital Circus episode. Oh my goodness, yes, my chat was completely dead. Are you kidding me? I didn't see so many of these messages from you guys. Hold on. I need to read these. I think the Cranky says, I think making the shader would be scarier than the parasite itself. The season 3 Korra villains slapped. Yeah, I liked them too. They were cool. It was the White Lotus, I think. Or the Red Lotus? Good luck making that as blend shapes. I know! The hardest part of making that game is gonna be her animations. I swear. I'm gonna try to put so much effort into those, but it's gonna be hard. From how Luca did it. Oh, yeah. Love the pith helmet. Thank you, thank you. It'd be like Dorothy, for you, it'd be like Dorothy stepping into the land of Oz. Yeah, all from all these black and white assets to finally making color again. Monkey neuron activated JPEG. Cranky says, would you say you're feeling any sense of burnout from Noramore? Thankfully, no. Thankfully, no. That would suck. But no, I'm doing good. I'm motivated on Noramore. I'm excited to get this done. I like the idea of slug mermaid people. Sweet. Is anyone gonna see the Project Hail Mary movie next week? I have to see if anyone wants to see it with me. I don't like going to the movies alone. I think a couple friends and I might be going to see Hoppers this week. Or next week. Depends on our schedules. Have y'all seen Hoppers? Did you like it? I've heard it gets like really crazy in the second half. And that's what I want to see. So the trailers were not doing much for me, but I kept hearing good recommendations of it, so I figured I'd check it out. I don't really go to the movies very much unless it's something I'm really interested in seeing, like the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie and Avatar 3. I need to watch better stuff. Avatar was peak though. Absolute cinema. I need to finish Breaking Bad. I just don't watch TV shows that much anymore. What happens is I get up, I go on my phone, I eat breakfast, I read the Bible, I start working. I work until like 10 at night. Then I play some video games before I go to bed. And then I sleep at like 2 in the morning. And then get up at like 11. You know, I was saying earlier how healthy I am, but now looking at it, I'm working on fixing my sleep schedule, but it never seems to stick. I blame it on the video games. Cranky, I would love to watch it with you, of Hail Mary. Hoppers is not nearly as cringe as the traitors made it out to be. It was fun, nothing amazing, but fun. Kind of like Bad Guys, but maybe a little better. Okay, okay. That's pretty good. Like, it's still a good time. It's not, like, mind-blowing, but it's still a good time. If you ever got the chance to make merch for Noir More, what kind of merch would you make? Well, I've already made merch for the Kickstarter, and I'm gonna once all that stuff is sent out to everybody, which I'm working on. I'm gonna have it for sale, like standalone, outside of the Kickstarter. But beyond that, of course, in the future, as things go on, and hopefully we get popular enough to be able to sell merch. Because the thing is, I have tried to sell merch of my stuff and characters in the past, but I've never had big enough of an audience where it would actually be worth the time and effort and it took to print it and the money to get it made. I didn't have big enough of an audience to sell that. Hopefully, as things go on and I continue to try to get more of an audience, I can actually make merch that will actually sell and be able to sustain itself, because it costs a lot of money to get this stuff made. Printing acrylic charms is not cheap. Unmerged vert spotted. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! I would love to have plushies made, but that is one of those things that is really costly to make, so if I don't already know there's an audience for it, it's just going to be a waste of money. I might have to do that kind of makeship thing where they kind of sell them first before they make them, you know? That seems to be a good idea. And if you don't get a certain amount bought, you just don't make them because it's not worth it. The production cost. Noir More playing cards. That would be fun. I would really like to have plushies made. But that's not happening right now. Oh, I've already done stickers. Again, I need to send out everything in the Kickstarter so then I can sell them normally as well. I really gotta do that. That's something I really gotta do. I gotta fulfill my obligations to all of the lovely people who have supported me. But I'm running... I forgot if I said this last... I know I said this on the Kickstarter update. I'm running into a problem where I need to get more stuff sent out. But because I have late pledges open, I still get more orders coming in, and then that kind of interferes with stuff getting uploaded into the shipping system. So what I'm gonna do is this month I'm gonna shut down the late pledges, but I gotta make like a video explaining that so people know before I do it, so they have a chance to pledge before I shut it down completely. Then I'm gonna make sure everything, so I have a complete list of addresses, a complete list of stuff that needs to be sent out, and then start getting more of them more of the orders sent out than the ones I've already did. The ones that I already sent out were the ones that were in the US that were charms and stickers and stuff. So if you only ordered charms and stickers, you should have gotten your order already. If you were in the US. There's stuff I need to figure out with the international shipping. That's a little strange. I've had troubles with international shipping in the past, so I really hope it works out with... I'm using Easy Ship right now to print the labels. But... Oh, I'm glad you're liking it. The texture, I've been spending a lot of time just on this part alone, but it's been an important part, so, you know. That and I'm yapping a lot, so. Yapping. Women be yapping, am I right, fellas? But isn't that why we watch live streams, you know? If anybody ever says to you, women be yapping, then talk about all the men with their podcasts, okay? All white men know how to do is start a podcast. Eat hot chip and lie. Cranky Corbett said, I planted peppers today. Wonderful, wonderful. What kind of peppers? Men be podcasting, women be shopping. It's just how it is, okay? If women are the true yappers, what's with all the men podcasts, right? Maybe the true answer is we all be yapping. Everybody be yapping, and we love to yap. Women be shopping is kind of true though, let's be real. we are gatherers, okay? We need to shop, we need to gather for the sake of our instincts. Men don't yap, we philosophize. Alright, you know what? Men be philosophizing. I can't argue with that. Women be sociologizing. I don't know what a word for that. Men be philosophizing, women be sociologizing. I'd have to look into that. Is there a difference between women going into sociology while men going into psychology? Is there a difference there, I wonder, of the amount or percentages? I would assume so, but you know what they say about assumptions. Can I even say this on stream? I want to keep my stream somewhat appropriate for children. Do Psyquine ride other animals than the magic stone horses, like the cows? They also ride something called... What did I call them? Hold on. This is why you must keep notes, everybody. You will quickly forget everything you've ever said, ever, in your life. The Kyrgyz. These guys. The Kyrgyz. Yay! These are the flying mounts. Ornamental peppers, a more houseplant-friendly version. Interesting. You gonna use those for cooking? I'm assuming so. It's the logical, obvious answer. I probably shouldn't have even asked that question. It's so obvious. Oh, yeah, I still need to model the Kyrgyz. Maybe I'll do that on stream. Because it's one of the few outstanding models that is a non-spoiler. A non-spoilery model to do. I have quite a few spoilery models to do, but obviously I cannot stream those. The shaggy griffin things that are heavily giving wan shi tong. I have heard the phrase wan shi tong before. What is that from? I'm looking that up right now. Oh! That's right. It's from Avatar. It's the librarian owl from Avatar. Yep, that makes sense. I wasn't even thinking about that, but maybe it was an unconscious inspiration. We don't mind spoilers. Oh, yes, you do. You do not want to see these spoilers. How is FTL travel achieved in this setting? I'm actually still thinking about that. One of the ways that I thought would be sort of funny is not... I haven't quite got, like, the pseudo-science of it worked out yet, but I just thought the visual of people literally driving on magnetic space highways would be sick. I don't know how they achieve FTL using magnetic space highways, but maybe it could be something almost like the way that particle colliders, like, run on a track and are able to get really fast by running on a specific track that is... I don't know, man. I don't know enough physics. I just want a magnetic space highway so you can have, like, a whole road trip feel to the Mariposa story. And, like the magnet highways somehow electromagnet fast, very fast space magic stuff, okay? So there's gotta be this is something that is very, very important to me, okay? You gotta listen to this. This is super important. There was an episode of 321 Penguins. There's an episode of 321 Penguins where the penguins stop at, like, a space truck stop. And it was so funny to me as a kid that I've gotta have space truck stops, space Buc-ee's, space gas stations. And there's gotta be, like, all kinds of wacky characters and aliens that you meet at these space gas stations. And that's why I had to have a magnetic space highway. Because I thought that was such a funny idea. But now I'm trying to find which 321 Penguins episode had that. Where was the episode where they went to a truck stop? And I think they had a whole, like, musical number at the space truck stop. Anyway, I'd have to find it. So whenever you finally see Mariposa and the Galaxy Man finished, and there's like a whole level in a space truck stop, you'll know it's inspired by 321 Penguins that I watched when I was a kid. You remember that whole meme with Dave Filoni and about how much he loves space wolves? and how he put Space Wolves into like all of the Clone Wars and the Rebels at some point. Mine is a space truck stop. I gotta put a space truck stop in my game, I swear to God. If there's no space truck stop in my game, I'll have died. He is real for that. The Space Wolves in Star Wars were really cool. You know what? For those who don't know what I'm talking about, these things were sick. Wait, hold on. I looked up Space Wolf Star Wars, but I'm just getting a Warhammer stuff. Where's this actual Space Wolves from Star Wars Rebels? What the heck? Okay, here we go. He finally got his Space Wolves in Rebels. They were like spirit wolf time traveling things. And of course it was a whole reference to the arc of Mortis from Clone Wars. Which in itself was a crazy arc. That was so cool. Anyway, yeah, he got his Space Wolves. Good for him. I remember that being a meme in the Clone Wars fandom back in the day. Of how much he loved his Space Wolves. So yeah, when we finally did get to see them in Rebels, it was like, he did it! That crazy bastard actually did it! Cranky said, speaking of wolves, I just finished my rewatch of Wolf's Rain. Def got a lot more out of it than when I watched it when I was 17. I haven't seen that one. I'll have to give it a look. Oh yeah. I need to finish Breaking Bad. And then I gotta watch Better Call Saul. It's crazy how good Breaking Bad is. Like, I kept hearing for years of how good Breaking Bad was. And then I finally sat down and started watching it this year. And I was like, oh, I get it. I get it now. I just, like, wasn't really interested in watching a show about a guy who's a drug dealer very much. But you know what? A good writer can make any concept entertaining. Even to people who would not normally care about that kind of show. Oh, I wish I was almost finished. I've still got a lot of stuff to do on this. This might be 2 or 3 more streams. Just because I'm picky. There we go. Look at that. Now it's looking a lot more 3D. I still need to actually texture the diamond stuff though, of course. You know what's something I realized, by the way? I realized that it's not just Breaking Bad, of course, but when I was a kid, a lot of the stuff that I liked to watch, of course, was, you know, kids' cartoons, obviously. And most of the protagonists of kids' cartoons were also kids, right? Or teenagers, at least. I really like watching My Life as a Teenage Robot, Jimmy Neutron, Kim Possible. And SpongeBob is technically an adult, but he's very childlike as a character. But when I was a kid and I watched Up for the first time, I kind of had this epiphany of like, whoa, I can watch something with an old guy as the protagonist and still have it be hit hard and be relatable in a way to someone who's very different from that. And I think, again, that just shows what good writing does. You don't have to be like the protagonist in order to relate to them or understand them or empathize with them. What's most important is the good writing of that protagonist. So, a good writer can make like a little girl who only really cares about little kids' cartoons relate to and empathize with and understand an old widower man as a protagonist, you know? And not have it feel forced or anything. Pixar, the good old days. So yeah, like I said, even though Breaking Bad is not something I would normally care to watch, the writing is so good that it just doesn't matter. It's just a really, really well done character drama, you know? But sometimes even if the writing is really good, you'll have people who really misinterpret what it's trying to say. Like the people who unironically think Walter White is like a heroic figure. He is not! He is not! Especially, oh my god, especially, I think am I in season 2 right now? Anybody who knows what happens in season 2, something he does. I mean, he does a lot of bad things, but there's something like, oh, crazy. Oh man, I can't even, like, I don't want to spoil it. It is such an incredibly well-written moment, but it is sad. Jeez. And yet, through it all, the only moment I have, like, been unable to watch is the Skylar happy birthday scene, okay? I was warned that that scene was awful to watch, and when I was watching it with my parents, when we got to that scene, I was just like, can we please skip this? This is horrible. I can't watch this, it's so cringe. Like, the intention of the scene is to be cringe, but it was so nuclearly cringe. I, as someone who's been very, like, used to cringe after so much I've seen on the internet, even I was like, I can't watch this. Skylar is not the villain, dude. Again, I'm still like, maybe, am I late season 2 or early? I think I have to check back, it's been a while. Skylar does some stuff that's not great. But I think, you know what, no, I have to finish the show first. I have to finish the show before I make judgments. I cannot say anything. But she has definitely made some bad decisions. But not nearly as bad as Walt. It's so well written. It you really it's one of those things that you can just talk about and discuss for a while, of understanding different characters' motivations and internal dialogues and all that jazz. No character you can easily just simplify and say that this is the good character, this is the bad character. Yeah, book club material, exactly. I did recognize Badger's voice. As soon as I heard Badger, I was like, that's the kid from Kick Buttowski. That is Kick Buttowski's best friend. I loved Kick Buttowski when I was a kid. So I recognized that voice immediately. I think Gunther. Gunther was that character in Kick Buttowski, right? His best friend. I couldn't unhear it. It was so funny. I was like, Gunther, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be helping your friend do sick tricks. Not selling drugs. Saul Goodman is definitely my favorite character so far, though. Which means I know I'm gonna be in for a treat when I actually watch his show. If he's already my favorite character now, the fact that he has his own whole show, oh yeah, that's gonna be good. Looking forward to that. Also Wedge from Final Fantasy VII. Oh my god, yeah! How did I not notice that? Okay, how did I notice it in Breaking Bad, but not immediately clock it in Final Fantasy VII? Are you kidding me? That's crazy. But yeah, duh. That makes sense now. I feel like I'm going really slow, but, you know. So it goes. Yes, my UV map is chopped up like this because of all of the fur. It was disgusting to try to unwrap this. Disgusting. Evil. I know it's not usually the ideal to chop it up this much, I don't know, but when I'm doing hand painting like this, it doesn't actually matter that much because it all gets combined together anyway, pretty well. And 3DCoat does a good job of when you export the textures in 3DCoat, they kind of merge the colors together in between each shape so that you don't ever see any white seams. Hold on, let me show you an example of this. Character art. I'll just do Miss Nunatok's texture sheet. Hold on. Ah, here you go. So when I export, what did where'd all my tabs go? Okay. When I export out from 3DCoat. Wait a second. Where did my character go? Oh, there we go. She also got... So yeah, when you export out from 3DCoat, it automatically like stretches out the edges of the textures so they meet each other, so that way you don't get white seams when you use the texture sheet. It's so handy. Do y'all want to give this cow a name? Like, obviously the species name is called Diamol, but the specific cow that we're sculpting, do you want to give her a name? Do you want to give her a name? Moobert, Diane, Clarabelle, Dahamala, Regina, Lorianne, Aura. Oh yeah, she has aura, alright. Excellent suggestions, excellent. Kara. This is from Skyward Sword, isn't it? Hold on. I'm double checking. Wait, where did my music go? What the heck? There it is, okay. Yes, this is Skyward Sword. From Lineru. How about Diana, like Diamond? That's a good one too. I'm a little partial to Clarabelle because that is a funny reference to old cartoons, and obviously I am myself an old cartoon. So, appealing. Carrot, like gold carrots. I do like Lorianne though. That does feel appropriate. I don't know why. It just kind of feels right. Would carrot like a carrot? Yeah, the Seiya's recent posts about the Three Musketeers movie. Carabella, like Cara and Clarabelle. That's it. We found it. Good job, Ivana. You win the name award. Her name is Carabella. Congratulations. You are a winner. Congratulations. You are a winner. I have to make my voice sound as like announcery as possible. As soulless as possible. Carabella sounds like a type of cheese. It does! It does, which is perfect because she's a cow. Carabella cheese. Oh, that's it. We should make... I need to make some milk jugs for the game. Maybe I could have... there be some kind of like label on it that says Carabella Farms or something. I was thinking a little bit about what sort of voice Queen would have in Deltarune, because I've been sort of debating to myself if I were to do like a Deltarune fan dub and I did Queen, how would I do her voice? Because on the one hand, doing her like a GLaDOS voice makes a lot of sense, right? Or a very kind of computery lady voice. But on the other hand, if she also just sounded really casual, that would also be funny in its own way. You know? Like, yeah, whatever. Lamau. Like when she says, I only play mobile games, you could go the route of like, I only play mobile games. Or like, I only play mobile games. Or something, I don't know. Or you could just have it, hers just sound really casual, like, I only play mobile games. I don't know. What do you guys think? What is your ideal Queenie voice? I only play mobile games. A beak for grinding stone, yes. Yes. Oh, like if GLaDOS was more haughty and posh sounding. Yeah, totally. I'd have to feel that out. I only play mobile games. Like that. Oh, Birdly, I only play mobile games. Lamau. Okay, well now I have to dub a little bit of it. Hold on, I need to find some of her dialogue. Queen, stop right there! Ah, my sweet idiot children! You are just in time to witness my world domination. With Noelle in my possession, it is only a matter of time before her will turns and she unleashes her power, blanketing the world in darkness. Now the whole family can enjoy eternal servitude. I kind of want to do fan dubs again. It's so fun. But you foolish children may call me Queen. Imagine poor Noelle clipping into a wall somewhere, wasting away from potassium deficiency. These are so fun. Anyway, I'm gonna actually work now. Oh my god, what did I do again? Stop it. She needs to sound like she's in her 50s. True. Wasting away from... Poor Noelle. Wasting away from potassium deficiency. Oh! I only play mobile games. No, she would probably say like, I only play mobile games. Birdly, I only play mobile games. I've always wanted to do voice acting. But I never had the time to actually go for it. And my dad was a voice actor and had a lot of trouble, you know, being able to make an actual career out of it because it's really, 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 really hard to make a living off of it. You have to be super lucky, just like with any kind of acting. So I never decided to go full into it. It's a lot of time you gotta put into it with very little reward. So when I do voice acting, I just do it for my own projects or fan stuff that people have wanted me on in the past. There's gonna be a couple characters I voice in Noir Amour for fun and to save money. I would really like to get like more of a formal education in it at some point, but right now all I have is what I've learned from doing it on the internet for fun. And of course all of the narration videos I've done for like 10 years. I can only hope it's good enough, but you know. I'll have to just do what I can. I want to do the whole banana bit, but I would probably break my microphone from how loud. You would probably not be able to hear it, it would peak it. Thank you, thank you. I've been thinking about what voice I want to give Secretary Bellifax, because she's one of the characters that I'm probably going to do the voice for. But I've been trying to figure out what voice I want to do for her, because I have several ideas. One of them is kind of like a Louisiana drawl type of thing. A Louisiana drawl type of thing for Miss Bellifax. While she talks all about the, all the gossip, the hot gossip going down at school. But I almost felt like that's more of the accent I want to do for Kitty Roo someday when we do grown-up Kitty Roo game. Or Kitty Roo in Mariposa. Sort of more the voice that I would want to do for her. So for Miss Bellifax, I was also thinking of more of a Boston accent, but I'm not really experienced with that one. I'd probably have to practice it. I feel like that would fit her the most probably, but I'd have to have more practice with doing more of a Boston accent, because I'm not very good at it. I just don't have a lot of experience with it. But the alternative was also maybe just more of a generic southern accent for her, or more of a Valley Girl accent, which is pretty easy for me, but maybe it'd be a little too anachronistic. Valley Girl I don't think was really around during the 40s. A Baltimore accent, again, I'd have to practice with it because I don't even really know what accent I'm doing right now, but we'd have to, I'd just have to give it a shot, you know? Just give it a little bit of a practice, see what I can do. I don't really even know what I'm doing right now. Is this Boston? Is this Baltimore? Is this New York? I can't tell. Is this Lois? Is this Lois? Lois, it's me, Peter. Peter. But yeah, it's gonna be fun figuring it out. Finding her voice. I'm probably going to voice the nurse too. Again, I gotta save money. For the nurse, I was almost thinking just of straight up having a Betty Boop voice. I don't know if I can do that right now, but I also wanted her to have an English accent. When I was trying to do a Betty Boop voice with an English accent, it just was not working. Because Betty Boop is just not an English voice. She's very exaggerated, old 1920s type of character.
Boop boop be doo.
So maybe doing a kind of lighter
voice for her, but with an English accent.
Maybe. Well,
we'll have to figure it out and see if that'll work. But I don't want her to sound just like Becky, or else that... Because Becky's voice is already me doing a rather light English accent. So if I do the same thing for Becky that I do for the nurse, then, well, that'd just be the same voice, and that wouldn't be very good, would it?
I don't know, boss. Probably not a good idea. I'd probably have to cast someone for the nurse separately. I'm not super confident in my accents anyway. Jessica Rabbit? Nah. Perfect emoji swirl. Perfect. For the desert music we got going on. Would be funny if the nurse had a deep voice. Maybe so. Oh, yeah, I need to say this again. Here we go. The Fantastic Kitty-Roo is currently on sale for the spring sale.
Yoo-hoo!
So if you're in the mood for a cute, short little rhythm game adventure, check it out! It's only $3. It's only $3. And look, positive ratings. Very positive. Please check it out. And give us a review of what you thought of it. Have fun, Cranky. But how can she have fun when she's cranky all the time? The world may never know. This is from Journey, isn't it? This music. Yes, it is from Journey. What a goated game. I won't forget the sparkles, don't worry. But that's gonna come much later, I think. That's a finishing touch kind of thing. Was there any inspiration from the Wednesday show? Nope. I actually don't really like the Wednesday show that much. I kind of like half watched it while my cousin had it on when we were doing some crafts and stuff. I really wish I liked it, but I don't know, it just seemed kind of bland. Just like a typical kind of teenage drama. It felt too much like a CW show for me to enjoy it. IMO. I get the appeal though. Like, I wish it was good. I guess I wish. Obviously, I'm someone who loves the idea of gothic fun school, and the Addams Family are such fun characters, but I don't know. Wednesday did not click with me. Unfortunately, we named our schools very similarly. I think I made a joke about this in one of my devlogs, but they named the school Nevermore Academy after, of course, the Edgar Allan Poe poem. And then Noirmoor Academy is what I named mine. What's hilarious is that I was not inspired by the Nevermore Edgar Allan Poe poem. Noir Amour just came from the word noir. And then I added on this kind of just nice sounding ending to that as a word, which also turned out to be, of course, the word amour, which means love. So it sort of ended up becoming the love of noir as a word. So it was not intentional to have that much of a coincidence. But I hope in the future people won't be like, oh my god, it's literally just like a Wednesday ripoff, because that would make me very sad. And it was not the intention. Yeah, different meanings, exactly. But I don't think... Yeah, I just hope that doesn't end up biting me in the butt in the future of trying to market this thing. They're both like these dark, gothic schools that are Tim Burton inspired. One literally being a Tim Burton production. Ah! At least mine's a video game, so that differentiates it a bit. Slightly different audiences. Really, I was more inspired by the Austere Academy book from A Series of Unfortunate Events. That is a more accurate inspiration. I loved A Series of Unfortunate Events growing up, so a lot of the sort of gothic style I have was really more inspired by that than Tim Burton. I didn't really watch a lot of Tim Burton growing up because my parents thought, oh, this might be too scary. Series of Unfortunate Events? Hell yeah. I read that a lot as a kid. And I liked the movie too when I was a kid. Sci-fi video game inspo for like Mariposa. Ironically, even though it might not seem like it, a huge inspiration for Mariposa is Mass Effect. Bioshock has inspired me a lot. I can't say specifically anything about it though, except for the fact that it's 40s inspired. Like, I'm sure it has unconsciously inspired me in a lot of ways. but the only thing I can think of directly is the 40s stuff, but an Art Deco and creepiness of it. I've been working on these horns for like 3 hours. Dear God. Put him in a hoodie and jeans. Sure, sure. Maybe in the sequel. Do these even really count as hooves anymore? Triceratops toes. Sorry, I'm eating right now while I work, so I'm gonna be muted for a little bit. Xenogears music? Hold on. Yeah, this is Xenogears music. I'm listening to this playlist, Video Game Music Desert. I've never played Xenogears, I'm sorry to disappoint. But yeah, this is great music. Yeah, the purple under the toes was so I could find it on the texture sheet, that's all. But I don't need it anymore, so I painted over it. Sorry. My apologies. Are you all excited for Dune Part 3? Damn, there's a long delay between what I say and what chat says. Yeah, I'm excited for it. Dune is one of those movies where I'm not like super into it, but when anyone comes out, I enjoy seeing it. And I really love seeing it in theater because of the sound design and the cinematography looking so nice.
So nice.
And even if I'm not like super into it, I think it's cool that we have such a big budget, cool, weird out there science fiction movie that's popular right now. It's just nice to see. Nice to see more cool sci-fi movies out based on old books. Good old books. Looking forward to Crimson Desert right now. Comes out today, but can't play till Saturday. Oh, I've been hearing about that. It looks pretty interesting. I might check it out. It's an MMO, right? Crimson Desert? I'm not super into MMOs, but I heard the combat is not really like MMO combat, and that's the thing I hate the most about MMOs is MMO combat, so maybe I'll give it a shot. Oh no, these UVs are layered on top of each other. This is terrible. Black Desert is the MMO. Crimson Desert is a single-player open-world action fantasy game set in the same universe as Black Desert. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Is this something you could go into without having played Black Desert? Or do you kind of need to know the lore to get it? Interesting. I might have to give it a look. This ear is too pink. It is entirely too pink. We need some desaturation going on here. It's taking too much attention. I hit you with a desaturation beam. No, not the desaturation beam. Ah. Yeah, whenever aliens come down to Noivess, sometimes they can be too bright to look at, colorful to look at. Not necessarily, because I mean they're not like glowing or anything, unless, you know, it's the Galaxy Man, in which case yes, he is glowing and would be kind of hard to look at. But people when they visit Noivess are encouraged to wear clothing of the culture. This is gonna feel a lot better once I have the little stripes on here too. Hello, Plum4. Welcome to the chat. There's nothing scandalous about not wearing gloves. It's more just like, why are you doing that? It's like, if you see somebody in public just walking around without shoes on, you're like, I mean, I guess you can do that, but why? It's just for protection's sake, you know? Like, their fingers are really sensitive, so you want to wear gloves most time. Unless you're like, maybe, you know, in your house, you're casual, maybe you'll take them off, but it's just for protection's sake, not any, like, scandalous kind of thing. Oh yeah, Goofy movie. Thanks. I'm not actually happy with the eyes, but I'm gonna take a look at them later. Actually, there's one thing I could do that might help. Well, anyway. Back to what I was doing. I don't know, they look a little too girly, I guess. Like, not animalistic enough. That's my problem with the eyes. I don't know. I mean, part of it is that they're looking forward. Usually the animals, they don't have a lot of white sclera showing. When I rotate the eyes to look like this way, it'll probably look a lot better. But, yeah. That'll come with the rigging process. Well, cows also have goat pupils. See? They're elongated horizontally because they're prey grazers. So I elongated them here too. They're more oval-like. Well, guys, I think it's about time to wrap this up, because I gotta head back to feed the dog at the dog's house that I'm dog sitting. So we made pretty good progress. Not as much as I would have liked to, but that's alright. We've still got to do a couple more streams of texturing. What needs to be done is more polish on the horns, more polish on the body, do the tail, polish on the feet, polish on there's still a lot more to do on the fur. This fur needs to look like this fur by the time it's done. And there's still a stripes, got some stripes to do and glitter on the body, so hopefully more of that will be noticed. Leaving us for a dog. Yep. Sorry. Dog takes priority. Was fun streaming to you guys today. I'll be back on my regular streaming schedule next week, Tuesday. See ya. Wait, can I even end the stream? Hold on, my YouTube studio was bugging out last time Maybe I will have to stay here forever. Streaming always. This is Uncharted music, isn't it? Yes, it is. Haha. Got it. Uncharted 3. Yeah, my YouTube studio is not loading. Are you kidding me? It's gonna trap me here forever. No, is YouTube like not loading for you guys when you go to the home page? This is crazy. You're not trapped in here with me, I'm trapped in here with you. Dude, my YouTube is not loading. I'm pretty sure I can just end it from OBS just fine, but that's kind of annoying to me that I can't. Dude, my page is not loading. I cannot do YouTube. What is going on? My creator studio is dead. Dead in the water. Oh well. I'm just gonna end it from OBS.